So a good evening to you and welcome to the ultimate knockout boxing tournaments that is happening here at Motor Action Sports Club. And I can tell you for a fact that it's going to be good fun tonight. We've had all of the pre-boxing introductions, speeches, and of course pleasantries. And do remember that tonight's boxing tournament has got contributions towards a charity, and chief among them being the Harare Children's Home, which did experience a fire a little bit earlier on this year. But nonetheless, we do have our first fight coming up, and coming from the Team Shumba stable is Lapelani Moyo. She'll be taking on Mavis Seda. Now, all of these are within the age bracket of between 10 to 16 years. And the last time we checked, I believe it is Lapelani Moyo, who's around about 14 or 15 years of age. And this is a minimum weight, a female category. They're weighing between 46 to 48 kilograms. So it is going to be a very promising fight. Lapelani Moyo in the red corner, or rather Lapelani Moyo is in the blue corner, whilst in the red corner we have Mavis Seda. Now, of course, we can see in the corner of Lapelani Moyo, just trying to make sure that Lapelani is prepared, ready to get going. Now, these are ladies, mind you, and they're going to want to battle it out and give absolutely everything they've got. It is a very lovely, neat and compact setting that we have here at Motor Action Sports Club. Obviously, family and friends have come out to watch a little bit of boxing, as well as some spectators who definitely love the boxing. There's a lovely VIP section here where we are getting to see a lot of the boxing action, and some of the fans that are out here obviously going to enjoy some of that. Now it looks like Mavis Seda just getting strapped up properly here. And of course the referee right in the middle of things, just trying to make sure that both Lapelani and Mavis are ready. Now, it is also important to note that a lot of authorities have been roped into this. It is also to try and make sure that there is development of boxing in the nation of Zimbabwe. Definitely has been a huge sport from way back, even in the 60s and 70s, as you go through the many achievements and feats by many boxers. But now it is to the next generation that is looking to make their mark in the boxing ring. Lapelani from Team Shumba, definitely love her shorts. I mean, they've got lovely deco there. Hopefully she'll be as bright and sparkling in the ring as her shorts are as well. You can see how focused she is, getting ready to get going. Just trying to make sure that everything is in check here. Now, you must remember that the ultimate knockout boxing tournament is featuring amateurs, all of whom obviously would be looking to just make sure that they take that next step into that phase where you start to box for big titles. And obviously big titles bring big money, and big money ultimately secure a good future. But as for now, the focus will be to try and get over this hurdle. So Lapelani Moyo getting ready to go. And there we go. Here's the start of the fight. First round. And Lapelani Moyo immediately trying to throw in some punches. But Mavis is landing some of the blows. Now here goes a charge from Lapelani. Needs to be careful. Find herself open to one blow. But right now Lapelani really giving Mavis a pounding at the moment. I'm sure they are going to settle into, oh, Lapelani. It's now Mavis on the ropes, but she quickly gets out of that bind. She was definitely going to face a lot of pounding if she stayed there. But now just sizing each other up before they go into contact again. There we go. Lapelani landing some really good punches towards the head. Also Mavis doing pretty well to just make sure that she's punching through the gate. That's being left by Lapelani. I'm sure she'll be targeting one right in between the eyes, and that could make life very difficult for Lapelani. Once again, sizing each other up. Of course, that initial foray of punches could make one a little bit tired. Now backing her into the corner, looking to just attack. Oh, these ladies are going for pound in this one. And Mavis Seda just needed a bit of time to just make sure that her headgear is on tight. Oh, Lapelani is not looking to give up. Now going for body blows as well as right in the top. Now in the corner, Lapelani throwing absolutely everything into it, hoping to get that knockout. But the referee has to call out for them to go back into the corner, and that is the end of that first round. And I'm sure Lapelani will be very happy. Mavis will also be quite happy that she was able to withstand some of the blows that came in from that. But good support coming from some of the family members and, of course, team members from both sides, from the blue corner and the red corner. So she'll definitely need a lot of air after throwing all those punches. But she will need to remain steady. She'll need to try and actually find a way through, because they just have been throwing punches, but you need to land the decisive blow that will either give the knockout or that decisive blow that will just gain you the points that are necessary to win the match. We do have judges as well that are sitting in their usual position. The three men in their white tops right at the bottom of the screen. But immediately as the second round starts, they are looking for that knockout punch. Lapelani is looking good, but the referee has to separate them and say, calm down, go back to the corner. And he has to count for Mavis Seda there because she was under the pump right there. So Lapelani looking to bring an end to proceedings very quickly here. Again, back into it. Another barrage of punches. An uppercut might just work, but Mavis Seda is also counter-attacking with a couple of punches of her own. Now sizing each other once again. And of course, don't forget the instruction coming from the coaches in your corner. Again, Lapelani going for it. This time round, more targeted to the face. There we go. Another great punch. It's going to be tough times here. Maybe she needs to land a couple of uppercuts here. Just try and get under those arms. And maybe put one or two blows. But Lapelani Moyo clearly the favorite at the moment. But this time round, counter-attacking punches and a couple of body blows from Mavis Seda. But this time round, just getting a little bit tired is Mavis Seda. And it looks like just the headgear not necessarily sitting in the right position. Might need to be retied or readjusted to try and get that going. As the sun continues to set on the beautiful city of Harare here in Zimbabwe, I think the crowd is just now slowly beginning to build up. And as the adjustment continues, looks like we are going to be restarting proceedings now. And back into it. Remember, it's the second round of this fight, the first one of the Ultimate Knockout Boxing Tournament here at Motor Action Sports Club, Harare, Zimbabwe. And the ladies are not losing steam at all. They are going for it. Again, lovely blows from Lapelani. Referee has to separate and calls a time on that one. So second round done and dusted. If I was scoring, I would say Lapelani is pretty much well ahead. But look, this one is up to the judges. Looks like the blue corner is doing it. This is the one time that blue seems to be trumping red. But who knows? She might just make things quite hard and difficult for Lapelani because it is becoming tiring, exhausting, throwing all those punches and not necessarily landing the knockout blow. Well, Mavis said it seems to be a tough nut to crack. She's really Lapelani there with a little bit of showboating in the ring, and I'm sure she can do that. But sometimes you could just get one on the chin and that could change the match. You've seen many boxers in the years just getting knocked out after having had the advantage for so long in the match. Lapelani going for it again. Mavis Seda seems to be finding her feet. Seda now being more calculative. Now finding the face of Lapelani more. She's landed two heavy ones there. I did say it. Lapelani was going to face it, and Mavis Seda is now becoming more calculative. I'm sure she can see the opportunity right now. Lapelani needs to now calm down, not just throw those punches, be more calculative. So Lapelani, again, just throwing punches for her life. And again, the ref has to call time on that one. And Mavis Seda looks like she's bleeding. But I must say that in this particular round, she's been throwing in some really good punches. Has been more precise. Has landed a couple. Even caused Lapelani to just stumble and stutter. So as the fight has been stopped there, Lapelani, you can see the focus on her face right now. Well, she definitely is out there to prove the point. She has been throwing punches all day long, making it very difficult here. But now we're getting some attention from St. John's ambulance medical team. They are there to make sure that our boxers are right in there. Just trying to make sure no more blood comes out. But what a beautiful, beautiful Saturday evening. This one is turning out to be good entertainment all the way round. So after the short medical break, we get straight back into it, and the girls are definitely up for it now. I actually think that break did them so much good because it rested them. I'm sure they were getting a little bit tired. But it looks like that was close to the end of that round. And that means the third round done and dusted. If you're just tuning in, it is the Ultimate Knockout Boxing Tournament, and proudly brought to you by Team Shumba. Team Shumba just being founded by Wesley McCabe. He himself did hold a belt at one particular point in his time, but he says, I'm getting a little bit old. It's now time to hand over that opportunity and that time so that we can. And so with that, the match is over. End of that round, end of the match, and the referee ready to pronounce who has won this particular match.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner is bound by a unanimous judges' voice decision, the boxer from the blue corner.
And what a win. You can see how much it means to her. Oh my gosh, she gives a big hug to Mavis Seda. But look, I didn't see it going any other way. Lapelani Moyo came out blazing left, right and center. I think it was so hard for Mavis Seda, particularly in the second round, to try and stave off that attack. But in the third round, I must say that Mavis Seda did really, really well for herself. She did come out counter-punching, was more precise, was landing in the right areas. But look, congratulations to them. They are amateurs. I did mention that I would love to see her a box like the color of her shorts, and apparently all of that gold dust on her shorts was what she produced in the cage. And so Lapelani Moyo is the winner of the first bout, and that's for the blue corner. I think the blue corner continues to enjoy and will celebrate throughout the night. Or will they be trumped by the red side of things?